I don't love her, and I don't need her. I like to hug her. Pussy good though, but I don't eat her. Never. She's my baby. She my baby though. When we get lit, but she can't claim me. Don't claim me when she's not with me. When I'm gone.
Tell us the truth.
That outfit is an act of desperation.
Yeah, it don't
And
make
any
no
woman
sense.
of respectability knows that.
It just don't match with how she's been promoting herself to me.
How? What does she promote herself otherwise at? This is the picture I was waiting on. This picture is a precautionary tale.
That's a lot of has-been bitches. Well, no.
That's you. I'm glad you said it before I did.
Yeah.
This picture is what you don't want to be at their age. And I love Claudia Jordan, but I'm just keeping it real, man. I look at the women in this picture and I'm like, I can't believe they would take a picture together.
And Tracy Edmonds doesn't look bad.
Tracy Edmonds, is she dressed cool? She's a beautiful woman.
Darlene, which one is Tracy Edmonds?
In the
The
middle.
one in the center. That's
Right.
not too bad.
She a
That's
real
like
baller.
down. And then
She a
the,
real
Why you
baller.
think she in the middle? That's
She
what
the
I'm trying to
boss.
say.
and
Tracy
the woman
Edmonds
on
is
the
a
end.
boss, mother.
These are all women who could not hold down a home with a man.
Yeah.
Now, did I say something wrong? Every woman in that picture is not able to be with a man, and the nakedest bitch got all the answers if you let her tell it. Is she the nakedest bitch on the picture?
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
People will tell you that they want money, they want someone tall, they want someone stronger. The reality of hypergamy for a woman is only by one metric. It's our ability to manipulate a man. Yeah? We will only respect men we can't manipulate. You can be shorter than us, you can be poorer than us, you can be dumber than us in all other regards, but if we can't trick you, we'll still give you some respect. But if you're richer than us, taller than us, got more degrees and more qualifications, but we can trick you and we can manipulate you and we can derive resources, we cannot see you as a body to respect. The problem with men is they are far more naive than women. Majority of women, if you tell them that I saw your boyfriend talking to this girl, within 2 minutes she's investigating, and within 5 minutes she's screaming down the phone at him. You tell that to a man and he'll say, no, my girlfriend would never do that. My girlfriend's not like this. They make a million excuses.
It is one of the realest things you'll ever hear. Man, it pains me sometimes just to hear how naive guys are. Your girl would never do that. Man, let me tell you something. Whatever you think she won't do, she's doing twice that.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s. Stop hoeing around all through your 30s. You give your 20s to the street Negroes. You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s. And nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No, no, no. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. And now you see your biological clock is ticking and your beauty clock. See, you got a biological clock, how long you can have those babies, and you got a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. A biological clock, how long you gonna have them babies, and a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. And guess what? When you hit those 40s, don't get me wrong, black don't crack, but everybody declines.
Listen, and the crazy thing is, the younger she is, the worse she's gonna be. Cats talking about, man, you don't raise your age limit, man. You crazy if you don't. The younger she is, man, just the more carefree and wild and entitled she's gonna be. She's gonna feel like no matter what you do, she's entitled to do whatever she wants to do. So you could give her the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains, and she'll still go let another man take a dive in that fountain. It don't matter to her because she feels like she's entitled to everything. So this whole thing about, man, a woman telling you, man, like, man, she been this way, but she different with you. Hey, man, that's possible. But why care? Why even care? I don't want a woman that been a 304 her whole life and now she gonna change, try to be a good girl for me. I don't want a good girl on the back of being a 304 her whole life. That ain't my idea of a good girl. So when I say these things about social media and all these, they're even more prevalent now. So it's even more relevant now that you have a woman who does not do social media. Man, listen, you cannot be my woman if you even have IG. You cannot be my woman if you have that. So that eliminates every single woman in the United States. Almost. I ain't gonna say every single woman, but 95, 96% of them. How far and wide you think you got to travel to find that 4 or 5% of women who don't have that? Bro, it don't matter. I'm to the point now. It don't even matter if she got a business. It does not matter to me. If she is entrenched in social media, I can't do it. I won't do it. It don't even matter. It don't matter. I'm not gonna do it. There is not a snowball chance in hell that I'm gonna do it if she got social media, man. I'm just not gonna do it. If anybody in the world can see her with me and recognize her from social media, I'm talking about even somebody in her hometown. It don't matter. If somebody can recognize her on social media, from social media, any kind of social media, one post, a picture of her face on there, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? My private life will be my private life. And the only parts of it that'll be on social media are the parts I show myself. And if I don't show it, you won't know it. And if a woman don't fit into that life, man, she don't fit into mine. That's just the reality of it, man. So, when you hear the passport bros and all that, man, listen, we're not talking about the guys that go over, man, just to go over there and trick off. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of woman that you would need to make a wife and do all the shit Tony Gaskins talk about, man, you're not gonna find her in the United States. You're not gonna find her here. Man, Tony been married about 20 years. We talking about now. It's 2023, dog. If you come in, you got to go back at least 15 years to have the possibility of finding a woman worth marrying. And I say 20 years, but you got to go back at least 15. At least. So, man, it just don't make sense, man. As men, you got to understand this, man. 9 times out of 10, if you meet a woman today, her upbringing is the most important factor for you to consider. You got to know what she taught love and respect for herself and others, especially what she taught how to love and respect a man properly. What man in her life garnered that type of respect from her where she still gives a damn what he says right now? If you meet a woman who has no man in her life that can govern her just by his expectations, there is no man who she doesn't want to disappoint, she is not worth any time investment. Because if she did not learn that growing up, she damn sure ain't gonna learn it now. She can't learn it now if she didn't learn it then. It's impossible. You got to think about, did she have a whole phase? Like a girl was talking about on the Kanye, on the Charlemagne clip. Did she have a whole phase? All of those are failed relationships. Anytime a woman has been intimate with a man and it didn't turn into anything, whether it was by choice or force, whether she decided she didn't want to do nothing else or he disappeared on her, if a woman says somebody ghosted her before, that was an ego shot. She has not recovered from it. So even if it was a one night stand, a woman who's had a one night stand, that's a failed relationship. A woman who got ghosted, that's a failed relationship. A woman who's been divorced, that's a failed relationship. A woman who has a baby daddy and she's not with him, that's a failed relationship. A woman who had a rebound relationship, that's a failed relationship. Man, you meet a woman and she's had 10, 15, 20 failed relationships already. She don't know shit about being in a relationship. And you know what she does? As a woman, 9 times out of 10, everything she corrects is going to be her outlook on men. She's not going to correct herself. She's going to figure out a way to be the victim in every situation. And so every correction she's going to make is going to be the way she views you. Man, who got time for that? Because trying to be with a woman like that, it'll turn you into something you're not. You'll find yourself trying to cater to the woman and prove to her that you're not what she's used to. Man, if she can't see that from the time she meet me, I ain't got time for her. I ain't got time for her, man. And here's the thing. Somebody may say, well, BOA, let me tell you something, man. You can't be like that, man, because, you got to get to know, you got to get a woman time. I ain't giving her time for nothing. If she ain't open enough and healed enough and whole enough to give me her whole self at the beginning, because I only have one version of me. I don't have no less than version that I can give a woman. I don't have no, well, let me give you this version and this. I don't have no representative. I am who I am from day one. I give a woman, if a woman get access to me, she get access to all of me. She get access to the true, authentic version of me. Why would I settle for some shit like that from her when she getting the real me? Man, let me tell y'all something. I had a woman, man, and I met her online, man. Phenomenal looking woman, man. I mean, beautiful woman, classy, gorgeous, beautiful woman. I mean, picture after picture after picture. Sending me picture after picture after picture. Fuck around and met her. She wasn't a bad looking woman, but the pictures, that shit wasn't even her. It wasn't even her, dog. It wasn't even her. And I was flabbergasted because she was an attractive girl, but she was so down on herself from all those failed relationships. She felt like she didn't measure up so much that she had to present herself as what she thought a man might want. And I was like, damn, she isn't. And listen, you'll meet other women that you think are in bad psychological shape, but her ass was in bad psychological shape, man. I was like, man, this was a pretty girl right here, man. And she has been so downtrodden by all of these failed relationships that she can't even present her authentic. And here's the crazy thing, bro. And I really, truly believe she had convinced herself that that's who she was. Because honestly, bro, she was like flat, like she couldn't even see why. She thought that they were similar. She thought the images were similar, bro. She thought the true her and the fake her were similar. She was like, I just put a filter on it. I'm like, no, you ain't put a filter on it. If you put a filter on that, that is you must have used a pick replacement filter. You must have used put somebody else on the damn frame filter. That what kind of filter that was. And I was like, man, but I talked to her. I was like, why'd you do that? Coming straight off a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Got ghosted and it set her back so bad, man, that, and listen, when a woman tell me she been celibate for a short period of time, 6 months, 5 months, I can go for that. Even a year, I can go for that because I know women who've done it, and just it's possible. So man, but I realized, man, that she was just so out of confidence in her true self that she don't even believe in herself. Now I believe in me like a mug. Why would I deal with a woman who don't even believe in herself like that? And then you'll meet a woman who believes in herself so much that she don't really even try to improve herself for real. You know what I'm saying? Like she I mean, I ain't saying you meet an ugly woman, but she's just so confident and comfortable with who she is that every day is just a holiday, every day a relaxation day, that type of shit, man. So if I'm going to give the one version of myself that I have, which is the true me, man, a woman better be on her shit. Like old girl said, like the single mom said, man, listen, she got to be on her. She got to be on it, man. Whether she got a kid, if she ain't got no kids, she still got to be on it, because there's so many things that a woman deals with throughout her life, man, that affect the way she's going to be with you. So you got to think about, out of all those failed relationships, let's say some kids come from those situations. You got to think about it. When a woman has a kid with a man and they not together, there is a love wound created, not a scar, a wound. It is open. Because every woman's not, of course, there's one night stands and there's all that, but I'm talking about intentional pregnancies. Every woman who intentionally had a child with a man, her first preference would be to have the perfect relationship with that man. Because if they had a perfect relationship, she'll still be with him. Think about it. That was her first choice. Anytime you meet a woman who has had that situation, you are at the very least her second choice. You can never be her first choice. That shit only happens in movies. You understand? If she was with a man she wanted to be with and willingly created a family with him, that is what she preferred. And it's hard for men to accept that. Men be talking about, man, you can rewrite the imprint. Man, I ain't rewriting nothing. I wish I would dedicate any energy to rewriting a damn imprint. So you got to think of, and those wounds, and that's not a bad thing, because if you got a kid with a woman and y'all had a kid intentionally, she the same way with you. Anybody that's with her, it's the same way. So love wounds that never heal between those parents are always going to be there. They're always going to be there. You can listen, if a woman has a great relationship with her child's father, that's evidence that love wound is still open, and it's gonna be open. That's just how it is. Now, if a woman has a terrible relationship with her child's father, then she probably got a deep-seated hatred that's gonna trickle over to you. You see what I'm saying? Those failed relationships represent opportunities for you to tie yourself into something that's gonna take your life down a negative rabbit hole, man. And you got to think about this: with women being the emotional ones, they can't break a man can break the love wound. He can break it. A man can just disappear. Listen, I know you hear stories all the time. A man have a family, they split up, that man just go create another family somewhere. He don't even deal with the woman or the children no more. A woman can't do that. When that love wound is there, she can't break it. The man has to break it. And many times a man is in a situation where he hasn't elevated his life, so he needs to keep all his love wounds open, because those are the only things that make him feel like a man. So, and you got to think about it. When that love wound isn't broken or healed, that makes her unavailable to connect spiritually with you. It can never happen. So you got to remember that, and you also got to remember, if a woman can't love her authentic self, she can never appreciate your authenticity. Never. And what do we want to be as men? We don't want to be loved. We don't want to be liked. We say we want to be respected, and we do to some extent. But the main thing we want is to be appreciated. Because if someone appreciates you, they respect you by default. Someone can respect you but not have a reason to appreciate you. But if someone appreciates you, they respect you by default. They respect you by default. And so that's all I'm talking about, appreciation. And you meet a woman these days, man, she don't appreciate nothing you do for her. She feel like she entitled to it. She don't appreciate your time, effort, energy, none of that, man.